Okay. Okay, so it looks like I'm heading due north. Let's save this as travel. Here's to hoping this works. Okay, let me know how the audio is. I tried to increase the volume of my mic a little bit. I hope it's not too loud. So, if anything's wrong with the audio, let me know. Right now I'm traveling over to the next, like, big city, or at least a city. It's more or less due north. So I just started a quick buffer jump back from when I was in Greenwing Tower. For whatever reason, there's a bug where in this specific type of weather, the game will not play any music. So I just quickly loaded a previous save where I was in a dungeon. So that's why there's dungeon music playing. Okay, that should be the last. That should be the last levitate spell I need to cast this time around. Alright, now I just need to figure out where this town is. Okay, so now it says I'm entering it. So from here I can just keep picking directions and trial and error it until I get to the town. Not going to be able to see it from far in this weather though. I figure if I hold the M button, I'll just bring up the map once I get close enough. It's not that way. So then it must be west. Did it? What is going on here? Are you okay? That was weird. That was very weird. Alright, so the inns are over that way. Any news? You stole that from Arena. It's always best to ask those guys both politely and bluntly, because even if you fail to get anything from them, it still raises your speech skills. Which can be useful later on. Where's the door? And why are there so many potted plants on the roof? Nice. Alright. I can just practice my spells. At an inn. Is what I'll say that as. Alright. Always good to improve your skills whenever you can. I'm not going to be able to do a particularly long stream today. I actually don't know how long I'll even be able to stream, but I've been itching to play Daggerfall for a while. It's been like a month since I last played this game. $1:49, that's probably an okay time. And what's the worst that could happen for me being out this late, right? so this is where I'm at. So I think I can just head due north again. This place has a single dungeon, and that's like all it has. Even if I was using fast travel, I'd still have to travel there manually, because there's no way to get fast travel access to that dungeon other than by traveling to it manually. Alright, so that's just like a crypt or something. I don't need to do that, I just did a dungeon not too long ago. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't hurt. Let's save this as travel. Alright. And then we can check the map to see if I'm moving at all. And I certainly am. Really fast, actually. Just unplugged my mic there for a bit because I didn't want you guys to hear the sound of me drinking coffee, and because I don't have like a mute button or something. Uh-oh, I don't think I'm going quite due north right now. Unless I hit that dungeon real soon. Because all the towns are more or less on a very strict grid. So if you only travel like due north, east, south, and west, you will get to their exact location. It blinks exactly 11 times before going away, so whenever I see it start to blink, I am very careful to make sure that I count how many times it's blinked. Yep, I'm not heading due north. It could be a little while before I get to a proper town. See, right now I'm in Cambria. Ooh, I'd be in Rothgarian Mountains. But I'd still be a long ways away from a proper town, so better just stop my movement now. And now I just wait for the slow fall to run out. It's a shame that there isn't any way to speed this up, like you just have to wait for it to run out. Damn, fell just a bit too far there for that to be safe. Alright, I should be fine after this. If not, I do have the save. Which I think I'm actually going to make a second one now, so that if I bork this somehow, I don't have to wait as long. And thus, I don't have to keep you guys waiting as long either. Oof. Alright, let's hope this one works. Because if it doesn't, I can only cast Slow Fall one more time. Isn't there some sort of way to make DOSBox speed up? I don't think I'm actually going to use it here, but it would be useful to be able to just speed up this process a little bit. If I had a boat, I'd probably be able to just switch to my boat and then switch back, and I wouldn't have to wait out slow falling. Which honestly, when you're in this state, is more like just staying still in the air. I want to try something. Nope, I don't think that worked. Yes. We made landfall. Alright, and so I just have to head over to the Knave and Muskrat Tavern. I think I butchered that first word. I hope I didn't, but I think I did. What kind of pathetically slow stab is that? That heal will be useful because my medical skill is not as bad as it used to be, but it's still fairly low. And you combine that with my endurance that's only now hit like a normal decent amount. And having low health is just a recipe for disaster. Alright, let's name this Where is the Inn? My guess is if I just keep heading this way, I'll get there, but I might be wrong. Yeah, I'm definitely wrong. Alright, let's try heading a bit further, and if this doesn't work, I'll reload the save. Nope, that's not it. Shouldn't have to repeat this process too many more times. There's only so many possible directions it could be in, well, obviously, but because of my angle of approach, that definitely limits the amount of possible directions it could be in. I think it's actually somewhere to the east. I think I may have overcorrected to the west just a bit. After I landed. Yep. Anyone gonna let me in? What is this ground texture? Nope, none of you are gonna let me in. Sometimes, when random strangers let you into their houses, there will be loot in their attic, and it might not even count as stealing, which is pretty sweet because sometimes they can actually have pretty valuable and or useful loot within said attic. Yeah, these guys got nothing. I'll head over to the inn. Probably best not to head into a tavern still armed. It only takes one person to get the wrong idea when you go in there blade in hand. And all sorts of bad things can happen. Huh, that's a pillow. I always like to open up all the doors and see if I find anything out of the ordinary. Sometimes I do, the majority of the time I don't. Food and drinks. Seriously, I'm not hungry after all that? Alright, got the room for a mere 4 gold pieces. Nice. I always save before I rest, just in case I level up. And I also want to grind out my spells so that they are easier and cheaper to cast. Health 50 out of 52. Alright, I'm going to save my game here and then compare my max health before and after. So that would mean this would have to be 48, right? That was not the best possible level up. Alright, this is going to be a little painful. I can get anywhere from 1 to 4 additional max hit points, and I can get anywhere from 4 to 6 additional skill points. So that's a 1 in 12 chance of getting a perfect level up. Which means that on average this would take me 12 attempts. So let's hope I don't have real bad luck. This never takes way too many though. The odds of it taking something crazy like 100 are exceptionally low. So far it's only saying my health is increasing by 2. But I'm pretty damn sure it can increase by more than that. I hope the game didn't bork my maximum possible health gain per level. That would be bad. There we go. I knew it was possible. But then of course it trolls me with the stat points. Close, but no cigar. Given how weak my character is, grinding for a perfect level up isn't exactly optional. There we go. Right, I think that's all I'm going to put into endurance for now. I still have quite a few more levels to go. I did the math, I don't think I'm going to max out until like level 30 or something. So I still have quite a few level ups left in this character. Though it sure is tempting to grind out endurance just a bit more so I can get a bit more health. But at the same time, I can just cast really powerful shield spells and make up for it that way. I'm glad that they don't send the guards out after you for having the rune time expire. Alright, where should I head for next on the map? Alright, I used to have the location of Shedungeon memorized. Yeah, there it is. I'm actually on kind of a straight path for it, aren't I? So I probably shouldn't be heading north then, I should probably be heading east. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attempt a leap as far east as I can make it. And then once that leap is over, I'm just going to hoof it on to the next town. Let's save this as buffer jumping. Nice. Even though it's going to make it a bit less efficient, I think I'm actually going to buffer jump without looking completely straight up, because it's more fun if I can at least see a little bit. But I also don't want to be traveling that slow. Alright, I think this should be a happy medium. Uh-oh, it looked like the stream was lagging there for a moment. I think it might actually be a direct result of me checking the dashboard, actually. If that is the case, then that's good, because I can at least make sure that it doesn't keep happening. Let's see, how far have I traveled? Alright, so I seem to be traveling fairly due east, which is a good thing. Very much a good thing. Whoa. That was cool and somewhat unexpected. Actually, it was very unexpected. I can see treetops. I think this is a bit of a hilly region. Seems like the terrain height is changing a lot here. Damn, I lined up like a real good straight shot east of there. Alright, so I'm going to be in Coegria, and then I'm going to be in Rothgarian Mountains. I'm getting closer and closer to Shedungeon. I'm almost there. And the trip back isn't going to be anywhere near as long as the trip to there, because I have a teleport anchor set in, I believe, a Mage's Guild somewhere in Shalgora. I was just curious if there were anything on that island. There's things on Bettany. There's things on the various other islands, just not this. Sibiads, however you're supposed to pronounce it. There's like a single dungeon way out here in the ocean, but that's actually just the ocean on the map. Like, if you actually go there, it's land, and over here, actually quite a bit is ocean. Which is a bit weird and fucked, but there's a lot of things in this game. It's still great. Alright, gotta wait for this one to wear out. And I'll make a save here, just in case. Ooh, I see treetops again. Always a good thing. Is the audio still fine? That's like always my biggest concern whenever I'm streaming, is whether or not the audio is fine. Because I don't have a particularly good audio setup. Oh shit. Well, those enemies aren't nearby anymore. I have no idea what just tried to kill me, but I just flew past it. That's a highlight. Alright, I'm gonna save it there because either I survive this, or I don't and I just reload that previous save. Getting so close. I'm getting so close. So, I'm just gonna land wherever. And then I'll head over to the nearest town. Man, no wonder it took the Agent of the Blades 12 years to do this. Outro. Alright, let's see. Which town am I nearest? Charnwell. Alright, so you have to head sort of like a north-northeast. Ooh, nice. The day and night transitions in Daggerfall aren't quite as smooth as their arena incarnation. What the hell is an incarnation? That's a cool rock. There's a lot of rocks in this part of Cambria. It's always nice to just take the time to just step back and admire the scenery, because if you're going to do this game without fast travel, first of all, what the hell, you should probably be in some sort of asylum. But secondly, you know, you might as well take a chance to admire the scenery, even if it can get pretty repetitive at times. I like those mountains in the background. I also love the fact that like the background transitions aren't just purely based on which kingdom you're in. Because like, I'm not getting this background because I am in Rothgarian Mountains. I'm getting it because I'm near the Rothgarian Mountains. Which is quite nice. And it's like, even though that mountain isn't physically there, in a way you can sort of climb it. Because it's an abstract representation of the actual Rothgarian Mountains. So you might not be able to climb that abstract representation, but you can absolutely climb the physical thing it represents. So in a way, you really can climb the mountains in Daggerfall. You could definitely argue that. Okay, I'm getting close to the town here. Close to the town. close to the town, matey. I was about to say, did my game just crash? For a moment there, I really thought it just crashed. I really thought it crashed there. Alright, yeah, the gates aren't too far away. I like that, how whenever you pull your weapon out, they are no longer willing to speak with you. So, are these... Yeah, these are the clothes that the NPCs would wear from Arena. That's actually really cool. At least some of the clothing is. It's cool that they kept the different clothing for different times of the year. I wish there was like some way to join the city guard. That could be really cool. I should not sing. I have no idea what sort of mic delay or anything is going on. Well, this is fancy. I haven't seen this type of thing before. See, this is cool. This is one of the cool things about playing through this game without fast travel. Is that you gradually get exposed to like the differences between different areas in the game. So rather than just like having free access to being able to get to different types of inns, you sort of have to work for it. And it takes a while. Like, I have plugged quite a few hours into this game, and like I'm just now seeing this type of inn. But it's certainly worth it. It definitely feels better when you manually get to the inn, when you have to earn the ability to see different areas. Okay. I was worried there because sometimes there will be naked women in these rooms. And that whole thing was actually originally going to be part of the Prostitutes Guild, which never got finished. They're actually still a political faction with reputation and stuff, but they have no effect on gameplay whatsoever. And you can't even tell what your reputation is with them without using some sort of like external editor or something else that lets you view your save file. But this is actually one of the sprites that was meant to be part of the Prostitutes Guild. And there's a few others like that actually do have clothes on, but most of the sprites that were going to be part of the Prostitutes Guild did not have clothes, so that's why I always have to be careful whenever I look into the inn rooms. 6 gold pieces. This inn better be worth it. That's a lot of gold. Well, actually, is it? Oh, never mind, it is not a lot of gold. I'm gonna save here before resting. Jumping skill is improved. Nice. Let's see. Could definitely use some practice for my destruction. And I can just practice my jumping here real quick. And rest up some more and do that like a third time, since it was morning when I arrived here. And I can just see what's around town.